GT7 More Money Mondays. This is your guide to faster laps and, of course, mo money. So Monday night before or Monday during the day, beginning of the week, new races. Don't rush into those online races quite yet. Now's the time to make money, because if you rush in, you're going to be facing people who've maybe already perfected the race that's currently being offered for the week. And yes, there will be a lot of racers also that haven't perfected it and are just at the wrong speed and at the wrong place. And if you're at the wrong, and even if you're at the right place, things could go horribly wrong. So Mo Money Mondays, let's go make some money with the Porsche 911. So step one, figure out what track is your weekly race. Look at the GR3, look at the GR4, figure out what you want to race. I pretty much only race GR3, mostly. Now, head over to the World Circuits after, and let's make some money together and make sure we get faster laps, because doing what we're about to do is going to shave about 4 seconds off our lap time. So this week we're at Trial Mountain. And where are you, Trial Mountain? Actually, I think I'm supposed to be, my mistake. I have gone into this. Yeah, okay, here we go. And step one to getting faster, the circuit experience. The circuit experience is with the Mazda. It fits the car. It fits our group, at least. So you could definitely go for that absolute money and either bronze or gold everything. It's not going to take that long, and it is probably the best way to get faster. If you've already gotten your money from this, I have no experience on Trial Mountain, so very, very slow. Once you've done that, you got your 10 laps here. In the 900 class, it's going to be a good fit. You got your 160,000, or if you really want to make sure you get to practice your car, well, you're going to have to go into the quick race. And the quick race at 18,800 in credits with a safe driving bonus. You're going to do 3 laps, and you're pretty much, let's round it off. Let's say you average out to 20 between the races you get your clean race bonus and the races you don't. You're going to be picking up 20,000 every 3 laps. However, I don't want to follow the AI that won't have the perfect line. I want to follow the near perfect line that we're going to pick up from following the gold speed time, the gold standard here. I'm just going to get into this live so that when there's chat, I catch what is going down. Won't be long. And there we go. So sector by sector, let's cover what we need to do, how we need to do it. And going sector by sector is the best, because in a lap, if you only have problems with, let's say, 2 turns, well, you're only going to be hitting those every 2 minutes. Whereas here, we can just, within 2 minutes, hit it up 6-7 times. Quite a bit behind here. Missing the apex, so definitely showing you that I've got starting off with little to no experience for this track. And new car. Never driven the Mazda. That was my first time driving the Mazda. Just barely scraped together a bronze. Can we adjust brake? Yes, we can. Alright, so we can see we really need to have a fast speed. We really need to chew up that apex. Things got bite, gotta ease into the pedal. Okay, let's just eat the wall and restart that section, because it's going to be a huge difference when we actually catch that apex, the overall speed. Alright, so this thing's got a wee bit too much power. Last try, then we'll head up to the next sector. So a little bit of practice, put in the time, put in the effort, and you'll get considerably faster. I guess we'll just bronze everything for now, come back later, try to gold everything. Now let's see what we got for Sector 2. And this is also a great time to practice, play around with, well, unless it's not the car you're going to be driving, but you can definitely get a good idea of on the track where your brake balance needs to be. Especially if it's, you know, practicing circuit experience, if it's with a front engine and your regular consistent car that you're going to take is also a front engine, well, it's a good starting point on how to set up your brake balance. Not that far from a silver. Let's just retry it, make sure we've got a good hang, a proper hang of the track here. A bit of practice to make sure you got a bit of muscle memory. All right, time for the next sector. Not this, the Mazda, I love the sound of it, but not my cup of tea for how it drives. This thing drives like it wants to kill me. Crank it up to 3. Not lose time on slide outs coming out of the turns. I guess wall isn't a great thing to drive into. Get a little bit more braking power. So the trail braking is exactly what we need. The problem is to take off. So no power, ease into it to avoid the wall. No braking for that section. My goodness, this thing is unhinged. Sometimes consistency is usually consistency is the fastest way around a lap. So if we're going to be spinning out, picked up our first silver for the track. Big money coming in. Obviously much better if we got gold on all these sectors, but I didn't pre-practice this. I don't know the track. And I don't want to bore you doing each section over 10-15 times that are going to be required to get the gold. Philness! Howdy, buddy. Thanks for making it in. just doing a Mo Money Monday. So getting faster laps and making money in the process. So not just immediately rushing online to get that weekly race in. Look at this. Film this, you get in, I get a faster lap time, I get a quick, easy, first try silver. Time trials for the money, and to make sure that when I get online, I recommend everyone not to rush in Monday and possibly have your driver rating affected because you're just not quite ready for the track. I know Mondays, people are the slowest on Mondays, but they're also a little more unpredictable, and you can get hit just because people aren't used to the track. They're overshooting turns, they don't mean to hit you. Usually by Thursday, Friday, they mean to hit you, but early on, it's not quite the case. It's usually accidental hits. Oh, Phyllis, thank you very much for the feedback. Always love it when top-rated drivers like yourself come in and drop tips and tricks for myself and the community. Woo. Even on the traction control 3, this thing wants to constantly kill me. I'm not a fan. I'd like to be able to do time trials, but in the car, it is one way to get people to try new cars out. I'd much prefer to be doing this in the 911. Top of the candies, getting the braking right. Yeah, there's the marker right at the top of the candies. The thing kind of sounds like a hyperactive miniature F1 car. Sounds incredible. But its desire to kill me is far too great. Not the time to hit the wall right at the end. Working and lurking. Super Doofus Tom, I am loving it. Thank you very much. Almost picked up the silver. Not too bad. Not that far off. A little practice, we can silver it all, pick up the big money. But that wasn't too bad. That was, what, 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Let's see here. Wasn't that long. And we're going to pick up, what is it, 100 and some odd thousand credits. So always great to do. Great way to get faster and make more money. Now, really, to be in the C League, I should really be able to silver this entire track, because a 155.7 is going to be slow for the C League. If you're in the D League, that would be fine. If you're in the E League, that would be fantastic. So 160,000. And now would be about the right time after you've done at least a circuit experience, but I'd recommend you do the circuit experience and you do a full, 10 laps here. Unless you gold. Once you've gold the circuit experience, you're ready for the races. Let's go see. I'm quite curious to see what the D-League speed is going to be at. All right, so we've got a few minutes to practice up for our one race of the night. Stay tuned for that. Let's see how disastrous it turns out to be. And the tire is hard. All right, I can dig it. Maybe don't dig in quite as much as the softs, but I can dig it. Qualifying time trial. I think the 911 is going to be great here. There's a lot of trail braking. There's a lot of long turns where you're accelerating out of a turn, and that's the specialty of the 911. Let's see, our friends list. How are we doing, friends? Sim GT, Radon, 152.4, fantastic. Lead Pencil, 152.9. There's your gold speed, folks. Great job. GTR Nismo, driven by Porsche GT, 153, fantastic. Who else? We've got King's Court in the 153 club. Ray GR3 with the GTR, 154. If it's a very battle-filled track, GT4 is going to be my pick. JCCR Wes, our very fast teammate, running a 154.5. The Dark J Boo, great job, 154.9. Sosa, right on Sosa, coming back with a hot, solid time. Right on, 155.5. JCCR Gruntle in the RCZ, 156. Ricky Rez Racer, one of the members, and Super Doofus, the two guys sponsoring us with maybe a little help. I'm not sure if Phil bought anyone memberships, but thank you so much, folks. Really appreciate when you subscribe. All I really ask is that everyone hit the like button. That's the one thing that I'm going to ask from you. But if you go ahead and become a member as well, well, then you're sponsoring the race team. You're a team sponsor. Sunny Hayes in a 158. And Tom with a 202, which is going to be my time had I not practiced. So thankfully now we can go in. We've done our circuit experience. If you've already done a circuit experience, but way back, get your 10 laps in. Let's try this. +3. Oh no. Oh no. It's in reverse. I think it is. Oh no, this is nasty. It's certainly looking like it's in reverse. That or my brain is broken. My brain might be broken. Oh no, it is definitely in reverse. Okay, well, it's everything we just did in reverse, so that's fine. No issues here. Car feeling so much slower than that cracked out Mazda. Oh, we'll be testing out where our no braking supposed to be done there. Dano's in the house, right on. Howdy, Dano. Awfully close to scrapping and not even being able to get a lap time in. This is a whole different ballpark. I had next to no experience on this track in its regular traditional form, but in reverse, I have literally zero experience. This will be my first lap ever. And somehow I'd still rather drive the GR3s than the GR4s. Especially that it's a 13 lap race over in the GR4s. I don't feel like doing 13 laps when too often online. I'd love to do 13 laps with the friends and YouTubers over in a lobby. No problem at all there. Because I know the chances I get knocked out in lap 1 are slim, and the chances that I get knocked out on the last lap or second last lap are none. If there's going to be a knockout, a spear into another stratosphere, it's going to be lap 1. It's going to be an accidental spear into another stratosphere, or the 1 or 2 rotten apples that seem to join into our groups that I then kick. All right, 206. Let's see what kind of practice, how much practice it takes to shave off 3 to 7 seconds. Normally most weeks, the JCCR Racing Pit Crew, those in the live stream, give me tips and tricks, and within a few nights, I'm usually 2 to 7 seconds faster, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for those of you who are in the live stream. Friends are a lot more fun to race with. I agree, Philness, absolutely. 100%. Well, that turns a lot easier and 2.6 seconds easier when we actually ignore the painted yellow lines, which I was treating like an apex I can't cross, we can run all over those yellow lines. I'm gonna have a drink so I don't fall asleep on this straightaway. Alright, second lap ever driving on this track. Can I get anywhere close to Super Doofus's 202? I think Super Doofus and I are both in the same boat. I have a feeling neither of us have ever done this track in reverse. We can go over the yellow. Fantastic. So this yellow, that's ours. And that means we could have taken that a whole lot faster. Corner at the end of the long straight. Fantastic. Let's eat up some yellow. Made it into the Super Doofus Club. Tom, you're no longer alone. I've joined you. Oh. Oh. Huh. Let's retry that. Wow. Remy, really good to know. I feel like trying the RCZ or the Ferrari Italia, the Ferrari 458 Italia, because the incredible turn-in on that car, like the RCZ, could really make a difference for us. I'm not a huge fan of this track in reverse. Yes, a lot of it has to do with me sucking, and really all that is, you know, it's a situation where in life you feel like you're sucking at something. You just need to put in a little time, a little effort. Dano, I have a feeling you think the Viper is good here, and I have a feeling you're right. I have a feeling you're quick with the Viper here. I have a feeling this is a situation where I should be driving the Nissan GTR here, because there's a lot of zones I can tell that'll be very easy to get speared into another stratosphere. So let's try that out. Where are you, you fine skyline? Right here, RCZ is very tempting, and I think that's actually what I'm gonna need for its turn in. Let's see, can we just blow past 202? Yeah, Dana, you did a 154. That is crazy. That's wild. Very, very quick. Wow, good job. 151, this is wild. Okay, so this is from the global ranking. Great to see the GTR there. So my initial guess of thinking the GTR would be solid here. Good, I'm happy. I'm gonna have to try that out. Maybe this time they'll have loaded me the race not in reverse. No, unfortunately it's not a loading issue. This is very solid. This is unlike the Circuit Experience Mazda, which was just trying to constantly kill us. This car doesn't have a whole lot of bark to the engine and exhaust. This kind of makes me think of my Toyota MR2. Makes a whole lot of hissing and huffing and sucking noises. Crazy blow-off valve on it. But at the end of the day, I want to hear some engine. Not an easy track. I find this a hard track to be fast on because I'm not finding it intuitive. Yeah, well done, Jay. Oh, I've got a bad feeling it's going to be a disastrous first race. It's Monday, and it's Monday night, so the later you start Monday, the more difficult it's going to be in your lobby, because a lot of people have put a few hours already into this. At least we're not going in with no experience and no lap time. But I have a feeling we've got very much a medium average D speed when we're at the top of the C League, so should be interesting. I got to learn to really fly through that section. You can really see that we've completely lost the ghost. Well, let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. I find it's a tough race, not in reverse, and it's really tough. Remy, I agree with you, especially tough in reverse. Thank you for the emotional support there. So up on the grid, a Mustang. Wow, we never seem to see a Mustang. Mercedes AMG for the C-Class, picking up the best time, and oh no, we're mixed in with B-rated racers who are pulling off, my goodness, it's Monday, and they're already pulling off 154s. Must be about a mid 154, this 154.9, as well as fourth. Woo. Starting with, by far, the slowest lap time, 5 seconds. I've got no business being here. Let's see what safe, smart racing can do. We'll just try to stay out of trouble. My goodness, we've got all the drivers we normally do a lobby with. So this will either be the last race or we'll start a lobby. There's a lot of demand for it. If not, we can save lobbies for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. And of course, our Saturday races. You know what? I want the braking power. Not too worried about trail braking. Try it out at 0. Give it a chance. All right. Let's get down to business. Oh, we've got someone named Lily in 15th. My dog's named Lily. Now, if you guys could help me out, the RCZ, is this an early or late shifter? What do I do here? I do not know this car. I've driven it enough to know that it's got really nice turn-in. Rev the beans out of it. Fantastic. Thank you for the input. Oh, the Mustang hit us in the rear. We were going slow. It's partially our fault, I guess. But that completely crashed him out. So this is what it's like when you don't have a sponsor on your back window. You can actually see who's behind us, giving us the bump drop. Thank you very much, sir. It's mutually beneficial. sneaks on by. Well, it wasn't that sneaky. He kind of knocked on our door with a battering ram. Oh, we bit. Someone's trying to hit us off the track. Lily, you dirty girl. No touchy-touchy. Not until after we're married. It's gonna be a rough one. But this RCZ is solid. We've been hit pretty hard. Twice now. And little to no effect. This thing is very solid. Alright, racing with cars. The slowest lap besides mine, 5 seconds faster per lap. And the fastest time is at 8 seconds faster than our lap time. So I do not belong in this league at the moment, at least not for this track. Let's see what we can pull out of our hat. Fine-tuning, making a few adjustments, seeing what works best. Oh, please don't hit me as I pass you. Oh, that's right. There's a turn here, not just a nice rear end on that NSX. Alright, so no braking required through that section. I had let off the gas and the brakes once, but that was not necessarily, but at least we're now in the 201 club. Thank you very much, Knight Rider Jim, for sharing your ghost. Very cool. I have to recheck into how to pick up friends' ghosts. Unless you shared it in the Discord, in which case I will need to check that before going to bed tonight. Well, Dano, knowing that you letting us know that we can drive all over these yellow sections really is helping. Look at this, we might even gain a position back. Yes, we're making a pass, we're doing a thing! Mustang warming up his tires and being really unpredictable and a bit of a jerk, really. What a jerk move. See, I think that's something that should make you lose a lot of safety points and should come with like a 10-second penalty. It's just total asinine behavior. So Dano, I missed that. What is a must on this track? Is it carrying protection? And what kind of protection? Oh, cutting the corners. Yes. Can't believe I didn't get a penalty for that. Right on. Cool. lot of track on and after these candies. A whole lot more track that we have to go find and utilize. I would not, without the JCCR pit crew's assistance, would not have realized how much more track we can and need to go and get. Alright, so full throttle through here, no little bottom gear suggestion, so we do not need to worry about slowing down, I guess. There we go. With some work, we'll get into the 159s, but still some work needed, not ready to be performing and racing against B drivers. In the live stream, let me know if you're up for a lobby. If we've got, let's say, 4 people up for a lobby, I'll get one going. If not, I will save some for tomorrow. So safety rating going up for the first place. So well-deserved first place going up to the 458 Italia, driven by RP. We've got the American Banditti. Good job. Safety rating went up, even though you have a C, kind of indicating that normally you're pretty wild out on the track, but great job right there. Joker, really well done. Love seeing all these well-deserved podium finishes. Dan Esto with a safety rating of S, might not be able to get any higher, but wow, a safety rating of D. You don't see that often. You're not representing your country all that well with a D safety rating. And where are we running? I think we're maxed out on safety rating, but yes, our driver rating definitely took a big hit right there. All right, so Dano's good for a race. Usually when Dano comes, everyone says, I want to race with Dano. I want to race that Viper of his. So let's go see. Let's start up a lobby, see if we get any takers. Feel free, drop what race y'all would like to be driving. And let's see, Dano, are you already on in your own track? I guess not. So I'm gonna make one up here. Load some settings up. Dano, what are you feeling tonight? You're the guest of honor. You get to pick. It's what we have set up, but from the options, you know, race 1 is perfectly set up. We can just change races if you don't want Red Bull. So for now, I'm going to load this up. But if you drop a request for another race, any track, you like them all. That is truly the attitude of a real racer. Fantastic. Love hearing that. So let's get this room created up. I'm going to switch back to a car that I know how to drive. It could help. All right, 458 or 911. Red Bull. Let's go 911. I feel like hearing the scream, the dream scream. And get probably 1, maybe 2 laps in of practice. By then, everyone should be up and running and ready to go. Hopefully this thing doesn't run hot the way my Toyota MR2 has been running hot. New engine, full radiator flush. Maybe there's air bubbles in the cooling system. But it's running hot and even smells like hot McDonald's oil. Maybe not McDonald's oil. It sounds healthier and less poisonous than that. But it does have a very hot oil smell. Not overheating, but definitely running hot. So long term, not good for the longevity of the engine. And the Porsche 911 should be back with a few goodies. A repair or two made and a few goodies installed. We'll be showing you all those over on Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Alright, so let's hear last minute braking. Third is fourth, actually. Wow, fourth, we can go through there, no issues. Third here, so above the suggested speed of 2. Oh, fantastic, the Dark J, thank you very much. Alright, so one official lap and we'll start the race up. I love scenery with rolling hills like this. I love living in an area with a lot of rolling hills. Not a huge fan of the flat landscapes, flat and no trees. Unless it's deserts. Deserts with their little hills everywhere. Gorgeous. Certainly can't complain about scenery like this. Alright, trail brake all the way to the apex. Get back on the throttle. Here we'll take a quick little hit on the brakes, double downshift, and then start climbing back up the gears. Hit the brakes, downshift, run it. If I would have got the apex, I was going to say run it in top of third. .133, not a fast one, not horribly slow, but not a fast one. We'll go right back to our 911. I think the 911 is fantastic for this track, for all those areas where you're just taking off. You need to be taking off with your foot as far down as possible without spinning out. Alright, looks like it might be a smaller race tonight. 8 cars is perfect on this small track. Well, we'll do one race, and maybe by then we'll have a few more in. If not, it'll be a one and done. Dano, Dark J, Remy, thank you so much for making it in. Let's put the pedal to the metal together. It's always nice when we can do races without being pounded around the track. I'm going to assume we all get enough of that nonsense at work. It's nice to be able to be in a nice, safe, fun atmosphere. Get the radar on so we can see everybody as we go around the track. The Dark J allowing himself at the back of the pack, thank you. Alright, drag racing with Remy in the Jaguar. And that Jaguar is looking amazing. I love Jaguar styling. I'm not a fan of the electronics, nor their recent marketing campaign, but they're gorgeous cars. I believe was it Tata Motors or a Chinese company that bought them out years back. The Dark J giving us a hand, helping us out against these faster racers. getting more free bumps. It's like having my own out-of-car nitrous system. Bump draft to Remy possibly. I just don't want to do it right before the turn. Nope, too late. I'll get in line, take the corner. That's one that we need to coast through at a high speed. As high up in third gear as possible. Thank you very much, the Dark J, giving me a chance against Remy here. Dano putting on the emergencies and letting us pass to go hang out with the Dark J. Looks like we're taking turns helping me out. Really, I feel like I've got it's like a baton race. And I've got two professional athletes behind me, pushing me forward, so I'm really only racing against Remy here. Knight Rider Jim, if we get to 8 racers, we'll have another one. If not, this will be a one and done. Pushed it just about to the limit there, caught as much apex as possible, got back on the throttle as early as possible, and the Dark J having no problem there. He's kind of stretching out the track so that he can stay behind me and be in a position, I guess, to turbo boost me. He's being the nice nitrous system. Hot dog. And they're both about to fly past me, but they've now both slowed down. Oh no, a little gravel on the outside tires there. Haven't driven the Porsche 911 in about a month, as it's been at the mechanics. Hopefully when I get it back, I won't do one of these gravel pickups with some tires and spin out. All right, 3 laps at Red Bull completed, 2 laps left. Way out in the ballpark, way out in the outfield there. That will not make for fast laps. Fast laps are built on apex hunting. Being an apex predator, here we go. There's the apex. Not too much speed bump. Although Dano's, completely missed Dano's line. Right there, giving us all the help that we need. We really just need to follow a solid line. Seeing Dano's running the JCCR sticker on the back. Welcome, teammate. Unless I read that wrong, I'm very pleased to see that on the car. All right, final lap. Let's see if we can get it into the 131. We weren't that far off on lap, what was that, lap 2, 132.2. Yes, 131.5. We made it in. Fantastic. Christopher Bieber, welcome in. Well, if you join in between you, Knight Rider Jim, that's going to be 6. What I was saying earlier, this is going to be a one and done unless we get to 8 racers. And there's other people coming in and leaving the room, so I think we'll have to do another one. We've got enough people from the looks of it. Dano showing me that we can mow a little lawn there. This is a fantastic track. Love the flow to this track. Oh, right on. Christopher Bieber picking up a victory. Night 1 in Race C. Fantastic. Great job. Racing with some fast legends. Hey, Mustang, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for making it. Are you going to be joining us for some races or maybe continuing to kick it in the daily race? All right, so we've got 6. 2 more. 2 more. Let's see. We'll change the track and hope we get to 8 here. Daniel, thank you very much for showing me the ropes on the Red Bull Ring. Now, let's see, what race could we pick up here? Haven't done Sardinia in a while. Would anyone be up for some Sardinia? Or is there a reason that we don't see that race pop up very often? Oh, Mustang Drifter makes total sense. Needed and required at times. How about just 1 lap? 1 lap here. Oh, can't complete the operation. Let's try that again. Okay, so if everyone prefers Sardinia over Northcliffe, we'll do Sardinia. I can understand that. Oh, I've started up. So I guess the last one, we'll do a quick little green hell. Okay, so let's exit out here. Oh, I just remembered this means everyone gets booted. I'm sorry. Make it back in. Let's get this up and running here. Load settings won't take long. Create room. Let's do Sardinia tomorrow night because it is a great track. I really like it as a track. Maybe I'm the only one here, but I think Sardinia is a fantastic track. I think the Ferrari is great here. GTR, fantastic. Because if you do catch grass in the GTR, you're going to actually survive it. Whereas in the 911, if you catch grass, the Diablo, I'm obsessed. I love the Lamborghini Diablo, but that's not what we get here. The Lamborghini, the Ferrari, it's very problematic to catch grass on any of these mid-engine cars. So the safe bet is Toyota Supra. Yes, bringing Japanese vehicles to a German track is sacrilegious, but you're going to probably have an easier, nicer time running the GTR and Supra. Thankfully, out of mostly, I don't know, a bit of luck and practice, I usually don't catch grass on this track. So We can definitely hit it up with the 911 if we've got racing soft tires on, and we will totally survive if we don't get punted. So if this ever comes up as a weekly race, and I absolutely think it should come up, it should be 2 laps on this track, then it's Nissan GTR or Toyota Supra all the way, especially the GTR, to really be able to take a hit. Now we've got all the racers that we need, they just need to hit that little green button. You can do it, guys, just like y'all can hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it, it's all I'm asking. Give us a little thumbs up here. Eight. Yes, Remy's in. Now T-Rays. You can do it, T-Rays. Double D. Double D. Maybe your choice of safety rating is deliberate. Double D. So we've got our 8 racers, and it's okay if we don't race with a double D. That was just going to be anarchy with the double D. Let's see what we have for cars. We got the Dark J driving the Viper. Very cool, Dark J. Very nice. Good choice. Solid choice for this track. It's a solid car. It sounds great. It's got a V10. V10s were made for this track. All right, those are the cars. Let's get up, get some trail braking in. Thank you very much, Mustang. Now, I certainly don't want to run this race ever in reverse. I like it this way, in the traditional format. Feels a little different than usual. I put this on in reverse. Nothing feels right about this. Folks, if I put it on reverse, I'm sorry. I definitely put it on a mode I'm not used to driving. Yeah, this looks a lot like it'd be in reverse. Or I'm just mixed up about where we currently are on the track, which is very possible. Oh, okay, it's not reverse. This is all standard. I was just mentally having a little mental fog. Ooh, saved a major crash there. If we would have caught that grass or braked harder, we were out. So here, Northcliffe is an amazing race at just re-practicing, not just muscle memory and what you built running a track over and over. It's a great place to practice reading the signs, keeping an eye open, looking down the track. It really practices proper eye positioning. And of course using up the whole track from the complete outside to the inside. I love the sections where you just have to have faith, put your foot to the floor and just carry on, continuing to pick up speed when you just don't see what's coming after that, you know, little bit of track. Sony Hayes, good evening, sir. All right, so 4 seconds behind. Let's see if we can close this gap. from the earlier mistakes we made, being a little lost on the track. But I've got my bearings now. .9, we're catching up. Let's go. Pedal to the metal. Action-packed racing with friends, YouTubers, and subscribers. Ooh, I pulled a thick mistake there. Raced a little too cautious and was just a little too friendly with the brake pedal. Pushed it just a wee bit too hard. Third gear. No gear selections, that means we just have to have faith and keep powering, pedal down. Thought I didn't see it. I didn't notice that it said third, so that's why we almost crashed there. Second gear, so we want to be at the top of second. Top of second again. Just got to read the signals. Top of second. Yeah, this track just doesn't feel quite right today, and I don't know what's going on. It feels different than usual. Sure, it's all in my head. I'm used to driving the section where we get the really long straightaway. Oh, it's coming. It's coming right after here. Racing the green HE double hockey stick with some legends like JCCR, Jay Rizzio, a speed demon. We got Dano up in second, in of course his Viper. Lil Nick, thank you for joining us, Lil Nick. We got GK G Cracker, spelled with K's, and we're up in fifth with Axel K behind us, Remy, and the Dark J. The Dark J was maybe got taken out, maybe caught just a tiny bit of grass. Either way, it spun him out. And that's pretty typical for this track. It happens to the absolute best. No! All right. Lost it right at the end. Sorry to be all over the road, Axel. You clearly deserved that fifth position. I was just all over the road, didn't have anywhere to hide. That is the green HE double hockey sticks here at JCCR, running the lobby. JCCR race clean or kick. That was fun. Thank you, folks. I love having clean drivers to race that with. The Dark J saying you don't normally race the Nords. Okay, only track you can say from my... Oh no, you hate this one. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I love this one. Oddly. I like the pain. I like the pain and the struggle of this track. Folks, thank you so much for racing with me. Blessed to have you all along for the ride. I'm going to try to find time to get faster at the weekly race, or maybe race some GR4, because that reverse trial is it's a trial to my patience, Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. Try not to cough. Sorry. Godspeed. God bless everyone. One thing that I ask, help us out. Just one small favor. Hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much, folks. Take care. If you don't, I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car you love sometime real soon. If it's not in the real world, like we do over on Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. This is still my favorite way to race, even though on Johnny's Car Care and Reviews for the channel, we own a 2017 Shelby GT350 that we're long-term reviewing. We've got the 1991 Toyota MR2 that's running hot. We've got the 1999 Porsche 911 that's about to come back from a month at the mechanics. And we've got the 2025 Ford F-150. And for the last week, the Tremor's been off, getting a little paint done to it. And we have been driving the Lightning Flash, which I surprisingly really like. Take care, everyone. Godspeed. See you, hopefully, again very soon. We'll be back tomorrow night. 9:30 p.m. is our start time.